What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. What's up, guys? What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? All right. All right. I guess we're live. I always forget how to do these things. Let me just double check a couple quick things and then we'll have at it. Let me just double check a couple quick. All right, we're good. We're live. We're good. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Sunday night. I know it's late. I wanted to do one earlier today, but it's that time of year. I mean, it's an exciting time for a lot of people, but we got about 16 people in here, so I think we're good. I think we're good to go. I really haven't had a chance to dig in too deep to the news for college football, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to hash it out. We're going to go through it, and people need to understand that first and foremost, I'm a gamer. I'm a football gamer. If you guys who have followed me are here, you know my background, you know how I feel about football and the landscape and where we are, and my history of, not being satisfied with the current product, making something new and something different that I can actually play. What's going on, Phoenix? But yeah, we're gonna get started in a second. Let me just get a couple bearings straight here, and then we'll get rolling. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay, and everything sounds proper. And then we will. We're gonna dig through some things. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. So this is my fun time. I don't get to do a lot of these streams. As you know, I haven't really been doing many streams lately or videos. We're trying to gear up for the College Bowl launch, and so that's kind of keeping me busy. So yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. I wish there was a way. Can I do that? I could pop this out, can I? Let's see. Live chat, yes. Pop out chat. There we go. Boom. All right, cool. So I got the chat here. Chat's running through. Actually, I could see it there as well, but I'll have it in both spots just so I have it. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or you want me to talk about anything in particular, let me know. But we're gonna be doing some work. We're gonna be doing some homework here. I want to look at this. I want to look at this trailer we got here. Let me just tweet this out real quick that we're doing this stream, and then we will roll. How you guys doing in the chat? How's it going? How you guys feeling about the game? Anybody here excited about College Bowl? If you are, cool. It's coming out on June 20th, and definitely want to hit that get that wish list going. We're trying to get more wish lists. So if you haven't done it yet, jump on over. There's a URL there for you guys. Hit up that Steam page and wish list it. Doesn't cost you anything, and it kind of helps me out with the algorithm. So let's just get this thumbnail on here. Boom, 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 boom. Whoops. Yeah, I want to drag it. All right. And then, all right, so we got the YouTube on Twitter posted, so we're good there. And then some people should be flying in. Yeah. College Bowl's a day one purchase. Cool, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions about it or you want me to talk about it at all, I can do that. We're going to be doing, obviously, we're going to be sharing more information. I've already put out a few videos. The store page is done, ready to go. So really, it's just a matter now of getting the game out, getting it done. I mean, it's pretty much done. We're just working on some, tying up some loose ends, getting it ready for release. And there are still things that may come up that we're fixing, but it's pretty stable. And we're going to talk about a little bit of that tonight too, with what I did with the game and kind of how it all basically works in terms of, like the engine and my plan with the game. And we'll talk about that. We'll get into that when we start talking about the college football game that EA is making, right? We'll get into all that. So I do want to kind of share my thoughts and on the game, on EA's game, and obviously kind of flip that over to what I'm doing with College Bowl, right? Like what are we trying to do? What's the game plan for the studio, for the Super Pixel Game studio, and kind of just the landscape of football. And if you guys ever want to, if you guys want me to talk about something else, or you have any questions, like I said, throw it in the chat. I'll be watching the chat. I'll be trying to interact with you guys, and we'll just hang out. I mean, it's a hangout session. We got 26 people in here, so we have a good amount of people. But what I want to do now is I want to start to go through this trailer here. I've been trying to skim through the actual, the deep dive documentation. They put out like a 30+ page doc that talks about the game. And so we're going to go through that. But looks like we got some questions here. So what's your thoughts on the future of football games? Let me know if the music's too loud or too low, by the way. I got some music playing in the background. I don't know if it's good for you guys. Don Periochi, what's up, brother? Thanks, man. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. I know you're always doing stuff, buying keys, giving support to the people, right? What are my thoughts on the future of football games? I think the future is in the indie stuff, more passion and care. The big corporations only care about their bottom line. I don't know, man. That's a tough one because the AAA guys, they have the money, right? They have the funding for really state-of-the-art, modern games, right? They have all of the resources and investment and VC, and they have all of that stuff to make the best, at least the most modern next gen game, right? And so then they have all that tech, they have all those talented artists and animators and developers and the marketing and so on and so forth. They have a lot of pull. So AAA wins a lot. They just do, just through the default, because it's what they do, right? It's what they do. They have all of that power, right? And so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about a little bit of that. But yeah, I mean, indies have the passion, but without the support, I mean, I put out a tweet the other day and people gave me backlash. Like a few guys come out of the woodwork and they're telling me I'm bitter. But I went on just like you guys do, right? I went on to the NCAA, and we're going to look at that right now. We're going to take a look at this. So I went on to the NCAA deep dive, right? And this right here. And we're going to go through this together. But I went on here and I basically, I wanted to see it for myself. I wanted to see what this game had to offer. Yeah, man, we could do some keys for sure. Whatever you need me to do, bro, I'll help you out. So I wanted to look at it just like you guys did. I wanted to check out this trailer. I'm interested. I'm interested because I'm a football fan, just like you guys are. Obviously, I mean, I quit my corporate career to make football games, which is not very smart. If you're gonna make a game, the last thing you want to do is make a sports game, let alone a football game, just because the support for indie devs in a sports genre, it's very, very minimal. You know, if you really are trying to hit it big or trying to make enough money to fund your studio and fund your family and your bills, you don't want to make a sports game. Like that's taking the risk of making games, which is already really high, and it's like multiplying it like exponentially high. And so yeah, that's just my little rant on the, I guess we can keep this music playing if you guys are cool with it. I mean, I'm gonna let Kirk Herbstreit talk a little bit here and go through it, but I kind of want to see. I'll stop this as I go through. I don't know. Do you guys want to hear the audio on this video, or do you just want me to talk over it? What do you think? So what I was gonna say about the tweet I did. So I went on there like everybody else. I jumped on because I saw they were doing a deep dive with the gameplay, because I'm interested in gameplay. All I care about right now is gameplay. You can show me all the features, the dynasty modes, the career mode that they have where you're the player. I forget what they call it. Like the my career mode, and talk over. We already seen them all. Okay, yeah, I can talk over it. All right. I mean, I might do both because I want to kind of hear what he has to say too, because I want to watch it again. But we'll do a little bit of both. Oh, copyright. But what the copyright claims, I don't know how that works. I don't monetize my videos a lot of the times. So is that just a strike they give you and nothing happens, or do you get? I don't think you get in trouble for that, but we'll see. I'm not really worried about it. Yeah. We want gameplay, right? Because here's the thing. It's like going to look at cars, but there's no engine in the car. It's like, why are you going to tell me about the leather, the interior, the tires, the wheels, the body, the style of the car? Why am I going to, all the different like tech in the car, why am I going to need to see all of that if the engine doesn't even exist or doesn't work, right? The foundation has to be there, which is, you know, what I tried to do with Legend Bowl. Obviously, it's an engine that the plan was to build an engine, a football engine, which takes a long time, especially for one guy to make, and to use that as the cornerstone foundation of any game I make for football in that universe, right? And so, but the foundation has to be there, you know? And if the foundation's there, then we're good, right? If the foundation's not there, then you're just putting, you're putting features on top of a very unstable deck of cards, right? They're just putting it on something bad. And that's one big question that everybody has, myself included. We all have this question of, is this the Madden engine? And I'm going to share my thoughts on that as we go through this video, but is it the Madden engine, right? Is it the same engine that they use for Madden? And if it is, then that raises a lot of questions, right? It raises a lot of concern because we are very familiar with that engine, and that engine has a lot of history and years and years and years of code that's been wrapped up into this huge, sophisticated system that has a lot of bugs, a lot of holes, a lot of defects, and that's what you get with a game like this and a history of, I guess, EA, the way they do things. And, and so whatever. And the gameplay does look very similar to Madden, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, the dynasty mode's a big thing, and that's the thing that people want. People want, obviously, right? So I'm going back to the tweet I did. So I did a tweet. I came out and I looked at this exact video right here. I came out and I looked at it, and as I was waiting for it to start, the chat was insane, right? Like, look at our chat in here. I could sit here and slowly read this, no big deal, right? We got, I don't know how many people in here right now. And it's easy, right? Like, there's not a lot, but Madden and EA and college, like, the freaking chat was like fire. It was like, if you guys saw it, if you were there, it was just like and I just go there and I laugh when I see some of the comments. People are like, oh, this is the best game ever. The game looks awesome, blah, 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 blah. They haven't even touched the game. And it's a frustrating thing for a guy like me because I miss competition. I miss 2K's game. You all know how I feel about ESPN 2K, NFL football. I love what they were doing. I loved where they were headed. I missed the competition of old games like NFL Fever and game day and all the games. I think it was called Game Day, right? Or Game Breaker. I forget. Backbreaker obviously is a big one, but all of the competition we had back then, right? Even going all the way back to Tecmo Bowl, we had a lot of different games that held the NFL license. And so you guys know, I did the math today with my wife. I was talking to her about it, and I was like, okay, it was 2004 when they came out with ESPN 2K5. So it's been 20 years. Now, we had All Pro Football, yeah. We had Backbreaker come through, yeah. But those were basically first iteration games that were small. They were like prototypes, right? And, whatever. You know the backstory. You guys know. I don't have to go through it all. But the bottom line is when I see all these people running through the chat going nuts, they go like EA can literally like punch these guys in the balls every day, every night, take all their money every year, screw them, literally let them down. Like basically be the worst company in the world, monopolize the license, take over, hijack the license. They can do anything and everything. They can pull away an NCAA game for 11 years. 11 years. And people come out like addicts. Like they can't control themselves. They're just like, and I laugh at that. And I put a tweet out like saying all these sheep coming out. I was there looking at it. Am I a sheep? No, but I'm looking at it because I am an interested fan. Am I going to buy the game? I don't know yet. I really don't even know yet. And I buy these games sometimes for my son, and then I take a look at them. But I personally have issues with Madden, the gameplay. I don't like the game. The game doesn't suit me. It doesn't make me feel interested in playing it, right? Not because I despise EA and I'm just gonna boycott it and they make a great game. No. If they made a great game, why would I care that they hijacked the license, right? Why would I worry about 2K if they made a better game? Why would I even care? Fine, you want to monopolize it, go ahead and monopolize it. If you are the best product, which that's not how competition works, right? Real competition in a free market, the best man wins. Okay, NBA 2K is the best basketball game. They beat out NBA Live. They beat them out through raw, free competition. They made a better game. Madden didn't do that. Madden cheated. They jumped that step. And they said, you know what, we'll create our own, we'll get rid of the competition and we'll create our own basically monopoly and say, whatever game we make is the only one, deal with it or not. Like my internet service, I have to get one internet service here. I can't get anything else. I'm stuck with it, right? And so when you do that, you immediately don't have to worry about competition. You don't have to worry about being the best. You don't have to worry about cutting costs and just like pouring your heart into a game And they don't do that. Let me look at these chats real quick. Go back to here. Yeah, and you know, the thing, I'm reading this, you know, College Bowl guys, if you guys, obviously if you support College Bowl, it's huge for me as a studio. Like every time somebody buys that game, you guys know, there's no question about it. You guys know that I am going to put that support into making a better product. Now, I'm limited. I'm one guy. I have, you know, I do have some contractors and I do have help from the beta team, but there's no there's no, you know, underhanded ways of me just trying to make money like I should be, like a commercial company should be, right? I don't focus on that enough. That's where indies do get, you know, that's where indie developers are, like, that's their secret, or that's their like power, is that they, or what's special about them is that they pour their hearts into games, and it's not about the money. But in order for a studio to continue on, they have to make money. So it's a balance, right? Yeah, but Spud, you can't compete. You can't compete with, listen, there's not an investor in the world that's gonna invest the kind of money. Hey, what just happened? My camera just died on me. Hold on a second. Hold on. I got to fix this real quick. One sec. I gotta turn the battery off on this thing because it'll die on me by itself as we're running. So my bad, I didn't see this. Just give me a sec. No. I need to see. Let me put the chat up real quick again, but I need to see the, what is this chat here? Oh, just give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I wonder how many people we got in here too. 26 people, I think still. 45 people, damn. People really want to see what I think about NCAA. We're going to go through. I know I'm slow, but we got time. I mean, I want to see how to change this real quick because this is going to bother me if it keeps turning off on me. And I did it last time. There we go. Hey, what's up, Bearder? Bearder's gonna be making Bearder's been making content for Legend Bowl like a beast, man. He's definitely the one that's been going really hard on that game, and I appreciate all the support, all the coverage, because he's really covered that game pretty well. So thanks, bro. Thanks for covering Legend Bowl. We don't get enough coverage, you know. where the hell this is. Hold on. Maybe I did it in the other video. One sec. My cameras, man, streaming is a pain in the ass because cameras like always give me problems. And I have my DSLR camera running, and there's a power setting on there, which I figured it out last time. Hold on. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I turned off, but I'll just have to keep turning it back on. It's not a big deal. I don't know why I turned off a minute ago, but we're good. Hey, man, I appreciate it, Bearder. People, you know, I don't feel like, I mean, listen, there were big YouTubers that covered the game, like Angry Joe, Not the Expert, Soft Drink TV. People covered the game, but I don't feel like enough people really gave the game enough time to actually, like, they covered it and they tried it out real quick and shared it with their community, which I really like authentically, like, honestly, I appreciate it because they have huge audiences, right? But not a lot of people, at least on YouTube or Twitch, they didn't show off the game. Like, they didn't actually dive in deep into franchise mode and the customization and really, really like enjoy the game, right? You know, Soft Drink was actually the deepest review. If you think about it, he actually did spend time with the game. So props to him. And he's gonna do something for College Bowl, I think. So I'm looking forward to that because he has really good content. So if you guys don't know Soft Drink TV, definitely go. I mean, you got to know him. If you know me, you know him. He does a lot of Madden stuff, 2K stuff. So he's solid. These streams, man, I can go forever on this because I have so much to say. So much to say. Slim West, yeah, thanks for promoting. Anybody who promoted the game, that's awesome. You know, and it's one of those things where this was like one of those bucket list things for me to do, and I did it, and I'm pretty satisfied with how it turned out. But oh, that's cool that you credit him. Yeah, he's got a lot of followers, so, and he did a great job with it. And the game's not perfect, right? It's not perfect. It's not. But it's something that I'm proud of, and it took a lot. It took like 6 years of hard work to get that thing out. We are working on a physical copy of Legend Bowl. So, you know, we'll see if it comes out or not. I'm hoping it does. That's in the plans. They're also going to be, the publisher's also going to be, Top Hat, they're also going to be patching the consoles. I just got wind of that last week, or this past week. Anyways, what was I saying before the camera turned off? We were talking about the just EA and the whole thing. And, you know, let's just dive into the video. Let's just dive into it, because I can go on and on for hours about this stuff, right? So is the music good enough? I feel like the music's not loud enough. Can you guys hear the music in the background? I can hear it in my headphones, but I don't know if it's good enough for you guys. I'll put it a little louder. Yeah, this is my game room studio. That's just this behind me. That picture back here. That's I have two pictures. That's the Legend Bowl stuff. I basically got the cover art printed out. It was super crazy high res, and I got it printed out, and I got some posters made, put them in frames. We got 59 people in here, guys. So hit that like button, just because we need people to come over and check out what we have. I need more wish lists for College Bowl, because Steam wants a lot of wish lists, and you know, I'm not selling them. They're just mine. But you know, if anybody wants to make a poster, I'd be more than happy to share the image, and then you guys can go get them made. I got it done at Staples. I don't know if you guys have those, but any kind of printer type printing shop can do it. Yeah, you can hit me up on Discord or emails. Emails hard for me to track. I'm not the best with emails. And anybody who's got a decent following, I'd say at least 5,000 followers or more. You know, if you guys want a key for College Bowl and you're going to cover the game, you know, I can share some keys as well. Bearder's going to be putting out some stuff, so keep an eye on his channel. If you don't know Bearder's channel, you need to, because he's got some good videos. I'll link it right now, or if you want to throw a link up, I'll link it for you. I got it right here. Everybody go follow Bearder. He's got really good content. All right, so let's get to the video. I'm excited. I want to hear it, but you know, we don't. People say I get copyright, but what's that going to do? What's the big deal, right? All right. And I really want people to give me your opinions of what you guys think. So here's my breakdown. I am a huge football fan, but the majority of it is NFL. I love my Buffalo Bills. I love the NFL. The NFL for me is a very clean cut, easy, simple way to follow football. And it's just for whatever reason, growing up, I always followed the NFL. And you know, and college football is a whole nother universe that I can totally appreciate, and I like it. I like college sports, because now things are changing now with the NIL, but it wasn't all about the money. It was about raw, you know, passion and trying to fight to make it to the pros. And these guys, a lot of the guys aren't even going to make it, so they're just out there, you know, enjoying playing the game that they love. And so you have really good natural competition without any commercialization in it, right? But the thing about college that gets crazy is you have so many conferences and so many teams, and you got D1, D2 schools, and it's just a huge universe it's just the wild, wild west, right? And now everything has changed. So with College Bowl, we made our own flavor of, you know, I think we have 6 or 7 conferences. We have I think it's a 24 team playoff. I should know all this, I know, but we've changed it a bunch, and you know, we'll share more when we get closer to the release. But college is just, even with this game, it's just the wild, wild west. They can only put so many teams in the game, College Bowl is going to have 64 teams. Legend Bowl only had 32, but you'd be surprised putting 64 teams with all that customization that it has. It's a pretty big deal. We just doubled the entire size of the game, and it runs pretty well, right? But with the ports, there's going to be some work that has to be done to get it to run smooth. But that's like loading times we're talking, but it's fine. The College Bowl, we don't have an official date for consoles, but they're working on it right now, and hopefully it should be this year. That's all I can say, but nothing official yet. So the first thing, what do copyrights do with let's see, hold on. Top Hat's porting it, and to be honest, like they're doing it because they're pretty much the only publisher that cares about football, that for at least for me, and B, they're very familiar with the code, so it's going to be a lot easier. And I worked out a really good deal with them, so they're going to do it again. And they got the game ported. As much as people might have their feelings about it, they got the game ported, and they're the only publisher that was there, and they'll do it again. It's going to come out. It'll be fine. What do you guys think is harder to try and make a game for as far as licensing, NFL or NCAA? I think NCAA is harder. Yeah, because you have a lot, especially legally, like to get all the licensed players, it's harder. The recruiting stuff is much harder than drafting. Like recruiting wasn't easy for College Bowl. Like it took some work. It took some design thoughts. And by the way, I hope you're doing well, Big D. I know we haven't really talked in a while, but I hope you're doing well, man. Oh, I guess we can get terminated. So I'm not going to turn this on. I don't know why. It's stupid, but whatever. Let's take a look at this gameplay here. So the first thing they're going to talk about, I'll just let this run while we talk. The first thing they're talking about is the wear and tear system. A lot of this stuff is CGI, by the way, right? Like, this stuff is like this right here. Is that real gameplay? We don't know, right? But they're going to talk about these things here. Talking about the wear and tear system, the player abilities, the home field advantage, unique playbooks, which playbooks are huge. And that's one of the things that I'm super excited about with College Bowl, by the way. Speaking of this, like I want to get back to that tweet that I did that people went bonkers over, a few people, right? They're just trying to give me crap. You got to remember that I did that tweet because I get sick to my stomach to see all of these people continue to just blindly throw their money at EA, no matter what EA does. EA could literally do like criminal stuff against these people, and they're still gonna give them money. Like it's crazy to me, like the amount of support that they get, no matter what they do to the customer, no matter how good or bad their product is, no matter how much they try to monetize everything, people just come out and they just pour their money into EA, and that's just people being desperate. And I get it. They haven't had a college football game in 11 years, and they won a college football game. I get it. A licensed college football game. I get it. And it's cool. Like I'm excited about it. I'm a football fan and I'm excited about it, but I'm not going to sit here and claim this game is the best game ever. I haven't even played it. And I'm still waiting for raw gameplay. Okay. Even this video that we're going to look at here, this isn't raw gameplay, like unscripted gameplay, by the way, guys. This is still a trailer. They're picking, at the very least, they could be doing more, but at the very, very least, they're picking the best plays that look the best, that have the least amount of defects, the least amount of bugs, actually no bugs that they can, obviously, if they were smart. This has gone through so many cycles of QA to figure out which and cherry pick which clips are the best to show. Because they know everybody's going to be breaking this video down. Everybody's going to be looking at it with a fine-tooth comb and a magnifying glass, a microscope, and they're going to be looking at this thing for flaws. They're going to look to see if it's They're going to look to see if it is Madden, if it's the same engine. And from what I've been seeing online, I've been watching people, every influencer that got flown down to Orlando, they were all given the same pony, dog and pony show. They were given this message that it's not the Madden engine and it's a brand new game and it has all these cool features in it. And the career mode is going to be great. And the dynasty mode is going to be great and blah, 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 blah. There's been no mention of NUT, which is NCAA Ultimate Team. There's no mention of that, and that's coming. We know that that's coming, right? So listen, they're doing what they should do. I mean, they're a AAA company that's trying to pay their bills and they're trying to make a lot of money, right, for their shareholders. I get it, but I'm also not fooled. Their history, their track record is 100% proven to show us that we have to be looking at this thing with question marks, no matter what it is. It's because their history, right? It's like the boy who cried wolf. You keep crying wolf, I'm not going to believe you when you say, there's a wolf next time. And if they're telling us this is a great game, I don't believe them. I authentically do not believe them until I see it and I play it with my own, eyes, right? So they talk about the wear and tear system in here, and they go through, like, that animation right there looks pretty cool, right? But at the same time, I don't want to see that more than like once a game. I just don't. I don't want to see a guy hurdling like that as a normal play, right? I just don't want to see it, and I'm not going to break down this too much. I'm going to try not to get super detail with these clips, but the wear and tear system is where, from what I've been reading and watching, it's basically fatigue. It's just like it's a way for them to show you fatigue and injuries like they already have in Madden, where they ask you, do you want to keep the guy in the game when he gets injured? Do you want to let him rest? And they tell you his chance of being injured if you keep him in the game and versus, not. It's the same concept that I see. It's just they show you this UI, which is cool. And I'm not dissing. I want to just make sure you guys know, I want this game to be great. I do. I honestly do. Like, I'm not competing with EA. I don't make my game and even think about EA, which is why I didn't make a 3D game to begin with. I can't compete with EA, so why even talk about it? It might as well be a different genre as far as I'm concerned, right? The licensing alone doesn't even make me compete. I'm going to make the best game I can make, but I'm not foolish to think that I'm even on their radar, and I'm not. Now, there are a few things in here that are in Legend Bowl that kind of came from, I don't know if they took it straight from Legend Bowl or somebody's played Legend Bowl there, because there are a couple things in here I saw that reminded me of things we have in Legend Bowl. But my point is that I'm not even on the same playing field with them. So let's just not get it twisted. I'm not worried about them. I'm not bitter towards EA. I want this game to be the best football game ever made. Yeah, the passing, right? I want this game to, I honestly do. I want this game to be phenomenal. I want to play it. I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy 10 football games, right? But this whole wear and tear system here, that to me is like this right here. This is already in Madden as far as I can remember, right? This whole keep and substitute, and I'm blocking part of the screen, so hope you guys are cool with that. But it's basically showing if you want to keep him in the game or you want to substitute him. If you keep him in, you re-injure him. You can re-injure him. And like, here's part of my problem. And let me just switch gears here. Was I impressed with the gameplay trailer? I have to say, no, I wasn't. And I'll tell you guys why. Number one, I think people are really, really blinded by the fact that they are so desperate and so hungry for a licensed college football game that they are literally going to not even care about if the game's great or not, or if it's even the Madden engine or not. They're not going to care about that. They just want a new game, and I get that. My biggest issues with Madden and the whole EA engine, the Madden engine, is the way the guys run. Look at the way this guy runs. I'm going to put this in slow motion just because I want to show it without having to keep going back and forth. So I'll put it like in the slowest motion I can. But you watch this guy run, and you just watch how he, I went a little too far. Like, just the way that they run, I just hate it. I just hate it. They look like kangaroo legs. They tilt, like they tilt. Let me see how to do it. They basically, their bodies tilt like just crazy to me. The way the bodies tilt over, the way that they actually, like, they call it like Superman, not Superman. They call it like, I know that Gideon Prime used to have a name for it, where treadmill running, where they basically look like they're running in the same spot. It just doesn't look like they're not attached to the ground. There's no gravity. There's no like momentum. You don't feel the weight of the players in the field. They feel like they're just floating around, right? One of the things I can't stand is the fact, like I said, how they tilt. Like, they'll tilt side to side, and we'll see it in these videos. Obviously, if that's gameplay right there, they have a lot of animations. And by the way, there are some people that say that they don't want an animation-based football game, and I think that they're crazy, because what do you think 2K had? If you do it all physics-based, this is my opinion, by the way, as a developer, but if you do it all physics-based, you're going to get like ragdoll physics. You're just going to get things that just don't look right. And that's what 2K did very well. They were a master, and we're going to look at this in a second. They were a master of the animation system. Because if you have great animations and your game engine uses the animations to make a beautiful piece of art, right? A beautiful like animation based off of like 10 animations. If you sync them together nicely in a beautiful flow, and it's, you know, and the whole thing moves and feels in sync and just complementary, like animations, it looks like real life. Now, you lose control, right? You lose some control because you can't, the animation takes priority, right? So, you know, if a guy's going to juke and then he's going to spin and then he's going to go left, the animations need to all kind of play out and smoothly transition into one another to make them look phenomenal on the field. But you're going to lose some control. And I don't mind that, because 2K did it and it was great, right? Now, if we look at this play here, what do you guys notice, right? Which I do like this thing. I like the question marks here. I like the fact that it shows your, and I hope you guys can see my mouse. I think you can. Let me see, hold on. Where is that? Can you guys see my mouse? I don't see where it is in OBS, but I think you can. You're a chill dude. Nothing EA will put out will ever beat 2K5. That game was 2K5 is great, but 2K5 is also 20 years old, man. It's like, it's so far behind the times, man. We can't even compare. Now, All Pro Football is phenomenal, I think, still. But this passing meter right here, guys, this thing is what I put in Legend Bowl. It doesn't look as pretty. It's not as nice. I didn't have an artist make it. I have a different kind of looking bar, but this is what Legend Bowl has in it. And it's funny because I'm already telling my wife this because I laugh about this, but when I released Legend Bowl, everybody, like a lot of people complained about the passing bar, because the passing meter, because they didn't want it. They didn't want something different than Madden. They wanted it to be just like Madden in every other game, where you press the button and you hold it for a bullet and you tap it for a lob, and you don't see a meter, and you don't have to worry about the meter coming back and recoiling and giving you bad accuracy. And people didn't like it. People did not like it. And I guarantee you, and I'm already seeing it, I guarantee you, because people are already saying they love the passing meter. They love the passing meter. And I just think it's funny because EA does it and it's the best thing in the world. And when somebody else does it, it's not what Madden did. And my boy Sean Wignall, if you guys don't follow Sean, I mean, he does stuff here and there, but he's a football dev, and he's one of the real guys, the guys that tell the truth about things. And, he's one of those unsung heroes that didn't get support for his games. And, he's been trying to make football games just like I am. And he's kind of fallen short. So, whatever. But the bottom line is that guys like us, we don't get the credit, right? But EA does it. And I'm already going to tell you, and it's not that I'm bitter about it. I mean, my bitterness comes from the fans. I mean, if there's any kind of bitterness, it's sad to know that fans don't have enough eyesight or wherewithal or discipline or whatever to demand better products, But, they're not ripping me off per se, because, it's not really, I don't own the concept. I just think it's funny that I did it and everyone complained because it wasn't Madden. But now that Madden's doing it, I guarantee you guys, just mark my words, the game's not even out yet. People are going to love it. I think they're going to love it because it's Madden, and Madden's going to just sell it as a new feature, and they're going to love this thing. And I'm not complaining, because I actually like it. I like it. I mean, I put it in my game. Why wouldn't I like it? So I like this. I just think it's funny how the fans are that's why I call them sheep. Because it's whatever Madden says. If EA goes, hey, look at this little new toy, they're going to be like, ooh, beautiful, I like it. Anybody else does something innovative, they're like, not Madden. Anyways, but I personally do like this, and I have a reason to, right? I put it in my game. I like it. I put it in there for a reason. I want more control. And this is a cool feature that will give more control. And it works exactly like Legend Bowl. By the way, same thing with the kick meter. There's another clip in here where I'll show you guys real quick. The kick meter reminds me of Legend Bowl as well. Let me see if I can find it. Because and that's another thing, everybody complained. And I know Legend Bowl, and I know it's hard in Legend Bowl, and I've had to add settings and things like that. And this video is not even about Legend Bowl. I just kind of compare because, hey, why not? I think it's funny. But there's a part of this video where they show the kicking. Yeah, here it is. So like, if you look at the kick meter here, if you see the, hold on, let me let this play through. So you see this meter it goes left and right. So you got to pick the accuracy with left and right, and then you pick the power. It's the same concept as Legend Bowl, and it makes kicking actually mean something, right? So Legend Bowl does it different though. I mean, it looks different. The UI is different. I have a arrow that goes back and forth, right? And then I have once you press A and you hold it down, or X or whatever, you hold it down, then the power meter comes up and you hit the power. It's the same exact functionality. It just looks a little bit different because they have different UI, but same thing. I am actually excited about these two things because I actually think that they make the game better. But where'd they get it from? I don't know. They say they're getting it from MVP Baseball because it's their product. I don't believe it. So I really want to see like how people react to this stuff, because they did not like it in my game. They didn't like the kicking meter. They didn't like the throw. They didn't like anything from those two. So I'm really curious to see what they think about it from EA. I just really am, you know. And like I said, like one of the things that stand out to me, and I was hoping when I saw this video, I was hoping that EA's animations and their running, really the running and the way the guy's foot plant and the feeling of being attached to the ground with momentum. I mean, I spent a lot of time on Legend Bowl trying to get the guys to move, and in this pixel art, so you can only do so much, but I spent a lot of time trying to get the guys to feel planted in the ground solid, right? With momentum, with gravity, with collisions and mass. I was hoping that this was going to look different on the field. Like, I can already tell. And one of the things that I can't stand about Madden is I feel like everything runs in autopilot. I feel like when I hike the ball, especially on runs, when you hike the ball, like I'll just blink my eye and the guy's already tackled. Like, or you're doing some stupid juke move that's way OP, and all of a sudden, like, it just feels scripted. Everything feels scripted. The control feels like really bad. It just feels like I don't have control over the players. And I hate that about it. You know, in 2K, I felt like I had a lot of control, which is funny. I said earlier about animation based, you don't have control, but it runs, it runs slower. And one of the things they say in this video, they talk about how the game runs faster. It plays faster. There's a larger discrepancy between the best players, the D1 stars versus like D2 scrubs. You're going to see some disparity there. And the game's going to feel faster than Madden. I personally, I don't know how you guys feel. I like the way all pro football is, and even 2K5, I like a little bit slower so that you can kind of feel like you're in control and there's some strategy to it. I don't know. I just like that feeling, but it's got to be done the right way. If you're just going to make the game faster, I already feel like Madden is so scripted and so fast, and like the control's not even there. I just push a button and the guys are already running into a crowd and falling over. I can't stand that. And if they're going to make it like that, but now it's faster, man, I'm already concerned. And like I said, like, oh, this thing turned off again. You know, like I said, the Madden engine, I believe it's the same engine. I can see even when the guys are running and they're doing that tilt run, and there's an animation in here. I'll show you guys when I see it again. But the way that the guys run and how they kind of, the ball carrier really, how they tilt left and right when they're running. Let me see if I can find it. There's one in here that looks really bad. It might be this one. Let me see. That doesn't look too bad when you're watching it. That one didn't look too bad. I want to see that in full motion because that one doesn't actually look too bad. But there's one that I watch and I'm like, man, I hate that animation. I wish the guy didn't tilt so damn much. And we'll find it. And by the way, all these, I feel like I'm like complaining a lot, but all these player abilities, there's already, I think, way too many on here. I don't know how they're gonna make the players feel different. I don't know how they're gonna do that. I just don't know, because I feel like once you start adding all this stuff in, yes, it's cool, but it has to be done right. And are they even going to have player likeness? That's one thing that APF had that was awesome. Player likeness. You knew when you saw Dan Marino throw, you knew it was Dan Marino, right? You knew when you saw Elway throw, or Randall Cunningham, the way he moved around. Like those guys and their abilities, right? Those abilities actually dictated how they played and how they moved. If EA is just putting these in here and they're going to just be like inconsequential or whatever, they're not even going to have any effect on the way the guys look, the way the guys play, the way the guys run around, then, for me, it's like, what's the point, right? What's the point? Why are you going to have all that? It looks good on paper, but what's it going to do in the game? So I'm going to have to hold my opinion on that until I see it in the game. But there's a ton. Look at all of these. Look at all this stuff here. Okay, they have a lot to deal with there, and that's not going to be an easy thing to work with. There's that kick meter again. Let's see that again. See, now it doesn't move that fast left and right. In Legend Ball, it goes pretty fast. So like even that run right there, the way that he I don't know, just the way that he dodged the tackler with that spin move. I don't know. I didn't like the way that looked. Let's see this pass. I mean, are you guys seeing, like, think about this when you look at it. Do you guys see different passing animations with each quarterback, or do they all look the same? I like this. This has been in the game for a long time. Well, he got hit there, so you couldn't tell. I like the stadium noise. I like the way it affects players. That's cool. You know, and here's the thing, by the way. Are we lucky? Like, are we lucky to have a game come out? Of course. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say because they monopolize the license for Madden and NFL that, like, it's game over. It's not game over. I mean, at least we're still getting a game, right? And people are excited that they're getting this game. They're excited that they're getting a college football game, and I get it. A licensed college football game from a AAA studio. I get it. It looks beautiful, like the grass and the animations and just the crowd and the stadiums and the models, and it's gonna be a next gen game, right? And they should be happy. They should be grateful that they're getting that. And I do think that that's worth something. But I also feel like, am I gonna enjoy this game? I don't think so. Just because I can already tell it's Madden, it's EA, right? And it's not that I'm just being like blindly, like, I'm not just blindly like categorizing them and saying, okay, stereotyping them and saying, oh, you're EA, so I'm not going to buy. No. I can see on the field right now. I can already see like remnants of EA all over this thing. If this was a 2K game and it looked like this, I wouldn't believe it. I'd be like, nah, this ain't 2K. It doesn't look like anything like 2K, right? That stuff's cool. All the animation side presentation stuff's always cool, but that's not the core of the game, right? That's a cool hike. I like the way the hike went above his head a little bit and he had to grab it. That's nice. Okay, that's one of the ones I was talking about where the guy tilts. I can't stand that. I personally just can't stand it. Why do the animations, the running animations, make this ball carrier tilt like this? Right? Like, look at how much he's tilting when he runs. I mean, look, he was just sideways there. I know he was doing a little juke move, right? But look how much he's tilting, right? You tell me any human in the world can do that? Like, he's almost laying on the floor right there. Why do they have to tilt the guy so much? I can't stand that about the game. I mean, look at that. You're telling me he can stand, he can actually, a human can do that? Not unless they're diving this way the next move. No way you get up from that. Just no way. Plus his legs are all tangled up with this big guy and it won't matter. And trust me, I'm not sitting here trying to nitpick. I know football's a chaotic sport. I get it. I'm not sitting here trying to nitpick. I'm telling you guys. I'm just telling you things that I have gripes with. And one of the things is the way the guys tilt. It's not so much that I'm just picking this one play. It's just I don't like the way the running is. That's the most basic thing. Why can't they run? Elastic Man. Why can't they run? I don't know. Why can't they run like planted into the ground with gravity and mass and physicality and bones and muscle? And why? Why do they got to run like this? Looks stupid. Hate that. That was one I didn't care for at all. And you're telling me that ain't Madden? You're telling me that doesn't look just like Madden? That'd be the first thing I'd fix if I was making a brand new engine. I'd fix the running. Forget everything else. Fix the running. I like this stuff. I might borrow that for my game. I like some of this question mark stuff, but stadium presence, that'd be something I wouldn't mind adding to my game. I don't mind borrowing stuff back. Let me run this back in full speed. Next gen leaning. They'll probably call it a feature. You know, and I hate to, I'm not trying to be, I'm really not trying to be hard on, I don't know. I don't want to be Mr. Negative guy. I mean, even now, what the hell was that? Like, I don't know what this is here, man. I just don't get this. I want to see that again. All right, so he gets hit. He's literally getting hit, and he pulls his arm out, and he's able to flick it like that with the back of his hand all the way across. That's a bit egregious, in my opinion. It's a bit egregious. But you know, it's an arcade game. I mean, this is not simulation. This is arcade, in my opinion. Look at the way, okay, so this is kind of what I'm talking about with the running. Like this whole like treadmill running, whatever you call it, treadmill jogging, whatever Gideon Prime, the master, used to say. Just the way he runs looks so, even the way he runs, just looks so weird to me. Just look at the way like they're like floating on the floor. Like I just feel like he's just like gliding across the it's the same thing as Madden. It's just, you know what it is? And they're right. It's Madden's engine. It's Madden's engine, but it is sped up. And they think that looks better. I think it just looks like a faster drag across the field. Like, look how fast he's flying through that field. And I think, to be honest with you, I think that the speed hides a little bit of the flaws. Because if you slow it down and you really see what they're doing, it just looks weird, right? But if you speed it up, it looks, I think, a little bit better. But it's the same thing. So to me, it looks just like Madden, but sped up. Which, how does that help anybody? They still have the kangaroo legs, you know, where everybody's legs, and you can see it. You can see it in any of these pictures here, or any of these animations here. This is why I don't get excited. You can see, look how much his leg, like why do his leg, like, let me just show right there. Why do his legs have to be like that? So like bent. What the fuck is that? Like, what is that? Why do they have to be like that? Why can't they? His feet aren't even on the floor, right? Barely even touching the floor. Like, look at that guy's foot. It's not even on the floor. It just, why do they have to have these crooked legs? You know, like, let me pull up this little pen I got here. Oh, you guys won't even see it. Yeah, you guys won't see it. Basically the legs are crooked. Like they're not even, they're too crooked. They should be a little bit less bent, but they run like, you know what I'm talking about. They're just always these kangaroo looking bent legs. Why? That's just the same crap from Madden, man. It just pisses me off. I hate the running. You know, that was one thing I was just hoping for, that the running would be better. You know, nobody runs like that. Nobody runs like that. They just don't. I don't know why that animation exists. And they have all this CGI crap in the game to make the game look so much better than it is. I mean, you could see the way the guy's running right there. I mean, maybe that's not CGI. Look at his legs, same crap. Look at the way they're bending. It looks so bad. Just looks so bad to me. Let me put this in regular speed. You guys want me to talk about anything? You got any questions? What are your thoughts on this? You guys think I'm just venting? You guys think I have any points? And like I said, I'll say it again. People got on me because they're like, oh, you don't want people to be excited for the game. Be as excited as you want. Listen, if this is what makes you feel good, if you're happy with this, if you're satisfied with this, if you don't want anything better than this, dude, I want to be like, I wish I could get that feeling. I can't, right? If 2K never made a game, if we never had competition, if I never saw what could be done I would probably be in the same boat, blind and fat and happy as a pig, right? A pig in mud. I'd be happy. But you could be as happy as you want to be, and you could say that you're happy for this game to come out. Great. You could buy 20 copies for all. Like, I don't really care. I'm not God. I don't, you guys do whatever you want to do. Right. But for me to sit here and watch some of these people just froth at the mouth, which is what I put in the tweet. Like, they're just frothing like sheep. It's like, man, like, have some backbone, like, really, like, do you really want to support this? Is this what you really want? I mean, some people might say, don't even support EA games, football games, because of what they did. Just boycott them. Everybody boycotted them for 1 year. We'd have competition again, right? They'd open up the license. They wouldn't have the money to make another game, right? But that's not going to happen. We all know that. So what's the next alternative? If you enjoy the game, play it. If I enjoy the game, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. No, I'm not even going to think twice. If I'm going to enjoy this game, I will buy it. And I tell you guys, you should buy it too. Buy it. If you like it, if it feels good to you and you want to play it, go for it. Like, pick it up. This whole thing was stupid. I don't know why they showed this. This was kind of like, I don't need to see these animations that have been in the games for years. Like, what's so great about this? I don't see this. What I would want to see here are 4 different quarterbacks and the way each one of them throw differently. Right? Yeah, Ghost, we've been waiting for 20 years, man. And listen, this is gonna be like a breath of fresh air. I get it, but I can already tell you guys, mark my word, this isn't gonna quench your thirst. This isn't gonna be what we want. It ain't gonna be what we want. I would have wanted to see an entirely new engine. And if they're telling me this isn't the Madden engine, that then my opinion is that they're a bunch of lazy bums and non-innovative devs, because they made the same exact game. They didn't make it look and feel any different in terms of the animations, in terms of the way the game like looks in the field. It looks the same to me. Why would you copy and mirror an engine with guys with kangaroo legs, tilting left and right, sliding across the field, no traction, no friction, no sense of gravity? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you have player likeness, like real likeness, where these 4 guys have 4 different throwing animations? Why? Bullshit. We don't fault you for your knowledge, but most people don't have the expertise that you do. It's not expertise, to be honest, man. It's not expertise. It's just common sense, And yes, people might not have the history. I'm older, I get it, but still, right? People should know from NBA 2K. They should know from MLB The Show. They should know from other games. But if they made, yeah, and yes, I'm a dev. I get it, but it's not about. I knew this before I was a dev. This is my game. My gamer hat's on right now. I want a game that feels like football. Doesn't feel like Madden. And this game already looks like Madden. They're doing the same thing they did with Madden. They're dressing up. They're putting lipstick on a pig. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you right now. They're putting lipstick on a pig. I can already see it. And I hope to God, I pray that I'm wrong. But I can already see it. I haven't played the game yet, so I can't 100% say, with full, confidence that it is this. But come on. We've seen it for too long. Please. Right? And I don't, to be honest with you, this is what I was going to say about the engine. I don't care if they reskin the engine. If the engine's great, like all pro football, reskin it all day long. That's the beauty of making a good engine. If you make a good engine, reskinning is actually what you want. You don't want to change the engine. You may make some tweaks, some tuning here and there, but you want the core, you want the foundation to be solid, and then you dress it up. That's how it works. College Bowl is that. College Bowl is Legend Bowl's engine. Tuned, dressed up, improved. College Bowl's got a lot of improvements, a lot of quality of life things that we've added to the game. And it's just an upgrade. It's an upgraded engine of an already good engine, solid engine, in my opinion, right? So that's good. But reskinning Madden, that ain't good. Not in my opinion. I would rather have, by the way, they're the ones that flew all these influencers down to Orlando, which is where I'm at. They didn't fly me over there, and I'm not a big guy. I know that, why would they fly me there? To trash the game? I wouldn't need to fly, I would drive. But they flew all these guys down and all gave them the same message. It's not the Madden engine. Well, all you're doing is shooting yourself in the foot, because if it's not the Madden engine, why does it look like Madden? Why do they guys have kangaroo legs? Why are they, what do they call it? Like Tron running, Tron jogging, whatever that term is. I want that term back. If you guys remember what Gideon Prime used to say, Tron jogging. I already see the tilting, the missing player likeness, different animations, different throwing animations, different running animations. Like, I'm not seeing that. You put on NBA 2K, right? Tron jogging. You put on NBA 2K, you can see every player, or the majority of them, maybe not every single one, but the majority of the players, they all have signature shooting animations. They run, they look, they move, they jump, they look like the real players. I'm not seeing that here. So then you're going to tell me, you're going to tell us, this is the bullshit. You're going to tell us that, tell everybody, all the influence, tell everyone this isn't the Madden engine. Okay, cool. All right, let's go. What you got? What'd you make? Where's my player likeness? Why are you putting the flaws that are in Madden in this? You're telling me it's not the engine, so now you're just stupid, right? It's like the Fed telling us that inflation's coming down, but I go to the grocery store and I still see the eggs for $10, right? They're trying to feed us bullshit. That's my opinion. They're telling us that they made a new engine, but it's the same exact game. I mean, it looks the same, dude. So, can you take this game and make something out of it and get some enjoyment off of it? Yeah, of course. But it's not going to satisfy my thirst. I can already tell you. I can just tell you by looking at it. Because if the engine ain't good, if the engine's not superior, it's going to lose its depth in a hurry, And I'm not making this. Listen, guys, by the way, I wanted to do a stream tonight because I wanted to chat with you guys. And I also wanted to share my thoughts. I wanted to get some of this off my chest. I wanted to talk about this game, and I do this as a game fan, right? Like as a football enthusiast, right? And I don't want to just sit here and bash the game. There are a lot of cool things. Yeah, they got the licenses. Yeah, there's some cool things about it that the presentation looks really good. From what I can tell, they're doing cool things with the presentation. Commentary, I'm not sure how that's going to even look or feel yet. I know they don't have the ESPN license, so they're going to do their own flavor of it. But they have mascots. They have some cool stuff in the game. I don't think they have a creative prospect. I'm hearing that they don't. So that's going to be because the whole NIL, the deals that they made, they can't have somebody create somebody that they paid money to get in the game. Another thing too, I think they started making this game. I think February 21 was when they first announced something about the game. So I think the game's been in development for like a few years, but I still don't understand why. If you're telling me, and you're telling everybody who's going to tell everybody, if you're telling all the influencers who are the voice of your game, if you're telling everybody that's not the Madden engine, why does it look like Madden? Why does it have all the flaws? I just can't stop saying that enough. I'm just realizing it now as I'm talking, how stupid that sounds, how lazy that sounds. Tell everybody it's not Madden so that they feel like it's this brand new great game, but then they have all the flaws of Madden. If I was leading that team, and obviously they're looking at Legend Bowl because there's some things in here that are in Legend Bowl, right? Why wouldn't the first thing you do if you're building the engine figure out the running animation? Get one guy on the field, which I did. I have videos. I have a video of me actually having one ball carrier on the field running around and making him feel as good as I can make him feel. Right? But I think that's a pretty damn good point what I'm making here, that they're claiming it's not the engine. Show me. Tell me why. Are you that dumb? Why are you doing the same thing that Madden does that nobody likes? Why? So don't claim it's not the engine. Now you just sound ignorant. Now you're making us feel like fools, right? They aren't saying Madden engine. They're saying it's not a Madden reskin. Time will tell. Yeah, I don't know. Reskin is I don't know. It's a loose term, right? Like, who knows what that means? I mean, I don't think that they pushed a button and said copy paste. They didn't do anything like that. Don't get me wrong. It takes a lot of work. I just went through it with College Bowl. It takes a lot of work to make what they made. I mean, this is a big deal, right? But the core engine, the way the guys removed the animation system, the core of it's still Madden. You can see it everywhere. You can see the flaws. I can see the way the guys are moving around. So, from that perspective, they are using the Madden engine. And by the way, here's another thing that I just thought about. Why would you not be proud of your Madden engine? Why would you not be proud? Why are you selling this game like it ain't the Madden engine? If I was 2K, right? Or let's just think about it. NBA 2K. It's a great engine. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a really good engine, right? That should be a selling point. Right? It should be like, hey, we just made a college basketball game and we're using the same engine. It's just tuned and updated, and there's some things that are different, but we use the core is the core. You guys are going to love it because our engine is solid. We stand behind our engine, right? Ford built Ford tough, right? You stand behind your engine, and they're telling everybody it ain't the same engine. Think about that. Think about that. That's a great point. That's a great point. They're telling everybody this ain't Madden, so they don't feel that good about Madden, right? How could you not feel good about your product? How could you not feel good about your own game? And then you're just lying to us on top of it because it looks just like it. So it don't even get me started. I'm already started. I'm already heated on this. I get heated about it because it just drives me nuts. Think about this, guys. I quit my corporate career job to make a football game for 7 years. If there's anybody that knows, and look at the stuff that I've done with All Pro Football, Backbreaker, all the editors I made, right? I don't know why. I wish I didn't have this. I don't know what happened to me in my life that I have this like passion for this stuff, man. I don't know why this happened to me, but because it's not a rosy, great road, right? But I feel this way for a reason. And I used to work at EA Sports at Tiburon. I worked there. I worked there as a QA tester. I was part of the QA team. And, I was trying to move up the ladder. And I ended up quitting because the ladder was just too long. And what I was seeing, I wasn't really thrilled with, right? I didn't like, what was happening there. I just didn't like the machine. And, and hey, if I had a, $100 million budget, people getting, you guys getting chatty in this chat here. Let's see. GFY. The last people that tried that to me ended up arrested in Gen Pop and that. What? I don't know what that's about. Anyways, whatever. I'm just going on my rants, right? There will be a transfer portal, Patrick. It's in the off season. Players want to leave, and go to different teams. So anyways, that's cool. You made a child copulation joke on here, really? Yeah, I'm not keeping up with this chat. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but anyways, well, try to keep it cool in the chat, keep it chill. But you know, my point that I was trying to make is, you know, I have passion for this stuff. I've actually sacrificed a lot for this genre, for these games, and you know, and I just wish people would support indies more. I do. I wish the fans would support. Think about this. If Legend Bowl got a crazy amount of support, it got some support. Don't get me wrong. It's done decently, but it's done nowhere near as good as what, you know, what I could do to you know, to what my goal was. I mean, obviously it wasn't like a realistic goal, but I was hoping I mean, it would be cool. Let's just put it that way. Like winning the lotto, it'd be cool to have made millions of dollars and I could actually make a game that could actually compete with Madden, you know, like make a really, really good. And I give props to Maximum Football. They're trying to make something, but make something that's really, really, really solid. Be part of a team, a studio, a small studio, you know, 20 people or so that, you know, could make a really, really quality next gen modern football game. And that was kind of the goal. But, you know, yeah, I don't know. The chat, guys, keep it PC in the chat. I don't know what's going on in here. You guys are kind of getting a little crazy. But, you know, for me, I'm making football games because I love football. Is it the smartest thing to do? Probably not. I would change the art style if I could. If I could, you know, I wouldn't make a 3D game unless, I'm just going to play this. I wouldn't make a 3D game unless I felt like I could actually put out a product that could compete with Madden. I just wouldn't do it. Because if it wasn't going to be anything that could compete with it, then I felt like I was just wasting my time, you know? And so, you know, I was going to show all these features over here, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, we can go through this. I can kind of like just walk through this a little bit. There's that animation that I hope to God they don't, you know, show it every 5 plays. The wear and tear system, that's going to be basically fatigue and injuries. I'm sorry. It's a dressed up way to do it. And that's cool. Like I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like that they're expanding that and they're making it better and more detailed, I guess. But it's not anything that we haven't had. It just isn't. It just looks a little different. From what I've read, you know. Options are going to be in the game, obviously. Playbooks are going to be in the game. These abilities, they're going to have to reflect on the field somehow. And the fact that they don't have player likeness, at least I'm not seeing it in the animations. I don't care about this stuff, right? If every passer, every quarterback throws the same way, or every running back jukes the same way, and it's just a matter of how fast or how effective they are, it's just not enough. Not for a AAA game. I want to see one guy's juke look different than the other guy's juke. Not every guy, but at least have a package, right? So I'm curious to see how those will even translate to the field. I do like the meter. I like the meter. You guys know that. We'll see if people hate the meter like they hated it in my game. I just want to be clear. I'll say it again. I know I sound bitter, and I am. I'm bitter as a gamer, not as a developer. I'm bitter as a gamer for where we are, you know, and I am excited that something is coming out new, especially for college fans. I'm really happy for you guys that you're getting a AAA game. There's also College Bowl if you want to play something different. That game is out, and I made it with my own hands, right? Like, and the community, my guys, my beta team, like we made a pretty solid game. But I am just not sold on what I see, because I see a lot of what's in Madden. I just see it, and it sucks, but that's just my take, right? This is my take. So how many people we got in here? We got quite a few people in here. At least we did. Yeah, we got 67 people in here, man. That's awesome, guys. Thanks for coming out and hanging out. Like, you guys may or may not support me, financially. I know everybody has different budgets, but if you want to support, tell your friends, like, this is my own plug for what I do with College Bowl. Like, just check it out. At the very least, like, wish list it on Steam if you can. It's free to do. Tell your friends about it. The more eyes we can get on it, the better. It just helps, with the algorithm. And yeah, man, support indies, because indies are the real like passionate guys. And I'm sure that these devs that make these games, I think that they're passionate too. Don't get me wrong. I just know that they're part of a machine that is way like bigger than they are. They're working for corporate America, and they got to deal with the executives and the shareholders and all that, right? So this is a huge breakdown here. Here's the kicking meter I was talking about. It's the same concept, left to right for accuracy, hold it down for the power. It literally is going to work exactly the same. Literally the same exact thing. And you're going to see everybody love it. Everybody's already saying they love it. Everybody's saying they love the kicking and the passing, which I find to be hilarious. Go look at the reviews for Legend Bowl. Everybody complains about it. Everybody complains about it. I just think it's hilarious. And Scott O'Gallagher, isn't he the guy that was on NBA 2K? That name sounds familiar to me, and I think that that's the same guy. He used to play college, like D2 basketball, I think. What program are they using for character modeling? Maya. I don't know what they use, to be honest with you. I don't know. I worked there a long time ago. What they use now, I'm not really sure. They're probably using Maya. But they do a lot of built-in tools. They make their own tools and they reuse a lot of their assets. Obviously, they're trying to be efficient. So I don't really know what they use. But thanks for getting Legend Bowl and picking up College Bowl. And listen, like everybody, like I said, everybody thinks I'm bitter when I put that tweet out because I want people to buy my game and not their game. It's nothing to do with that. I'm telling you guys, nothing to do with that. I've been doing this stuff way before I made games. I'm making games because of this. I'm making football games because of this, right? I don't act this way because I made football games. It's the opposite. So anybody who claims that I'm just crying and I'm being a baby about EA coming out with, no, not at all. I just know that it's the same story. Everybody's going to pick it up. They're going to spend all this money on nut. They're going to throw all this cash at this game. They're never going to give indie games a glimpse of hope. And it's not me being negative. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. And it's sad, because we're never going to have competition because we're never going to force competition. And I know that the products that I've made are pretty good for what I can do. And I really am satisfied and happy, right? There's no College Bowl tonight, but I am going to do a stream. I might do it this week, so stay tuned. I'm going to put a schedule out there, and I'm not just going to jump on like I did tonight. I'm going to put an actual, I'm going to schedule it so you guys can see it, but I think it's going to be one night this week. I'm going to try to do some College Bowl streaming for you guys so you can see it, all right? and then we can kind of ask some questions, and I can just lay out. It's either going to be this week or next week, but I'm going to do something to share the game with you guys, so you guys can see it. We're not going to go through everything. What's up, Mark? We're not going to go through everything because we want to leave, some kind of, surprises or whatever you want to call it, right? We're gonna keep that in the bag, but we will we'll go through some of the game. At the very least, we'll play the game and I'll talk about it. That's what I'll probably do. I'll talk about things. Like the whole passing meter, I did add an option during the development cycle before this even came out. I added an option to put I thought I had it in Legend Bowl at one point, but the passing meter, it's below the quarterback in Legend Bowl. And I added an option to either have it above the receiver like they did or below the quarterback. So that's something that I think people can, they're going to say I copied EA though, which that's the other thing they're going to do. I forgot to say that. They're going to say that it's great for EA. And they're also going to say that I copied EA, even though my game came out 7 years ago. And I don't care. It doesn't really matter to me. Like I said, I'm an ant. I'm like below an ant in terms of what EA is. I just find it to be comical. How about your thoughts on how your Bills will do this? I don't know. I mean, this season's gonna, like every season has, to be honest, even though we lost Diggs, we are relying on the shoulders of Josh Allen, and this is a year where he's been in the league long enough where he needs to prove something. And so does Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott has to become a more successful coach in the playoffs. And I think we need an offensive coach head coach, to be honest. But I like McDermott. I just don't love him as a head coach. Not when it comes to not when you run a team that has the talent of a guy like Josh Allen. You need an offensive minded coach, in my opinion. I got to kick this Pax Humana troll. All right. I'm hiding him. He's gone. So yeah, there's already a mod for NCAA on College Bowl. So the people we already have it. And the game comes with a Power 64 roster that was built based off of, it used the real rosters as inspiration. So that's there. It's not the real stuff because we can't use it, but it's not. But and they can mod. No, there's already going to be a mod for the real NCAA stuff. I think they're working on that. I don't know. That's something that I can't really, I don't sell that. I don't do that. That's just what the community does, and that's what's cool. Oh, another thing, by the way, which I was just thinking about. College Football 25 ain't coming out. It's not coming out for PC, as far as I know. Now, I saw some screenshots. I saw Hollywood Sports put a screenshot of, they have a keyboard in one of these, I don't know if it's on here anywhere, but in one of the team select screens, you can see a keyboard instead of a gamepad. So maybe they are going to come to PC. But as of right now, the only college football game that's coming out on PC is College Bowl. So that's kind of cool. I like that because, I do think people should give the game a chance. If you like Legend Bowl, it's College Bowl is even better. People who don't know any better, they're going to say, oh, it's the same as that game. It's not. Like if you play Legend Bowl and you jump into College Bowl, it's going to feel better. It's going to feel different. It's going to feel differently tuned. The customization options are sick. All the hairstyles, the different, you could put different bands in the players. You could put a quarterback sleeve. You could put undershirts. Basically, you could do a lot of cool customization stuff with the game. I love that kind of stuff. That's sick right there off the bat. There's option plays. There's motion. There's hot routes. There are a lot of cool things. There's playbooks. We're gonna get into playbooks. Every team can play different. Every team's gonna play different. We made a playbook for every single team. And we made playbooks we have 103 playbooks coming with the game. Like my guys hit it hard, and I'm really proud of that. Like it's gonna be nice. But it's 10:32, guys. It's been the stream's been going on for an hour and 40 minutes, so I got to get running. But I do appreciate everybody coming out. There's 51 people in here still now. There's 50 likes. I really appreciate you guys coming here. I hope you guys, look at these games with a good, gauge, and I hope you guys can try the game. Pick it up if you want to play it. Pick up my game, pick up this game, pick up other indie developers, football games, pick up Maximum Football. The fans have a voice, and the voice is with your dollars. And if you want to support EA, that's great. Like if you like the game and you want it and you enjoy it, go for it. Like I'm totally like cool with that. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter what I say. You do what you want. It's your money, your life, right? But just don't be blind and don't be sold things without really questioning, like what are you really getting? You need to be smart. We need to be savvy. And, same thing with College Bowl. Like when you look at College Bowl, if you don't think it's worth your money, then, voice your opinion, make videos, talk about it. Let me know. I listen. I definitely listen. And I don't get paid nearly as much as Madden guys get paid. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It's been a while, but I really appreciate all of you guys that came tonight. I really appreciate you all. Tell everybody about College Bowl. Keep your eyes open with these EA deep dives that are coming out. I'm going to be watching and I will be listening, and I keep an open mind, even though I am a little bit bitter about the fact that they have the license and the game looks a lot like Madden. I'm not happy. Not happy with the fans for them continuing to support a game that just doesn't do it for us. But that's not to say that I won't play it if I like it, and I won't give it a try. I probably will, especially this game because it's college. But I am already seeing things, and I can already tell I'm not going to be happy. But hey, whatever. To each is their own. Have fun, enjoy your life. And pick up College Bowl. Pick it up. It's not that much money. Pick it up. Tell a friend. But that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. I really enjoyed doing the stream, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Look out for College Bowl. We're going to be doing some streaming with that game, either this week or next week. So stay tuned. Join the Discord. Links in the description. If you're not on the Discord, I don't know why. Jump on that. And we'll catch you guys. Thanks for coming out. Peace.